Crashed and burned. All right, listen. I want to see. I'm going to blame Swaggy.
Are we back? Are we back? Doc, in the back, if you can please, by all means, announce that we are back for these guys. I do apologize. I see a bunch of you going on in the chat. Production team, come on! Apologies there, Aiden, brother. This shit happens on these live shows from time to time. We're pretty good at not making them, be a regular occasion, but it does happen from time to time. Either way, you have come back, and hopefully your blue balls are over with Word Life getting the first W of his UFC 5 run. Swaggy, great job from Word Life. Both of these guys left it all out there. You can see that statistically very close. Some more total strikes on the side of Storm, especially probably in that later rounds, and more top control as well. But those first round or two were absolutely key for Word Life.
Yeah, man, that was a close fight. That was an absolute war, an all-out dogfight. Exactly how a champion versus champion fight should look. And I'm very surprised we didn't see a doctor come in. Yeah. But that's because Storm was smart, stayed close to his chest the very end of the fight. And, yeah, man, what a fight. I know we're very early on, but that could very well be fight of the night. I don't know. I have to speak it into existence.
Absolutely, brother. Look, like on cards like this, when they go to, when they go to decision, it's not through lack of trying. These guys truly leaving it all out there, right? It doesn't go on their resume. This is for bragging rights only. And Word Life now walking away with that bragging rights, but both guys should hold their head high out there, GOJ, because that was a phenomenal performance from both guys.
So who won again?
That is Word Life, my man. Word Life.
Oh, well, listen. Even though Storm didn't win, he didn't lose. Storm did all he can with no head health. I don't know how he made it a fight at the end like that. He almost got it done, Swaggy.
Yeah, he was very close to knocking him out. He almost got it. That was so wild. That was the craziest last 20 seconds of a fight I've seen in a long time.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And look, that is only where the madness will start here this evening. From technical issues to absolute pure displays of beautiful destruction, we are planning this entire card to be one to remember. An exhibition card at that, but nevertheless, these guys all deserve to be on the first card of Primetime MMA UFC 5, and they're here to show up and show out. And J-Dime, as you can see, my man, one of the last cards of the prelims here this evening. B3 Sean Cokery up against previously B3 Cole, now just Cole, a man that's gone a bit lone wolf out here, looking to answer in a big way.
Why he go lone wolf like that? Why he go AWOL? What happened?
I don't know, bro. I honestly don't know. It's one of those weird ones. I know he was there for a little while. A lot of those B3 guys are very tight, so they're tight-lipped around, a lot of things that can go on. So I don't know if there was background issues or if he just decided that he needed to go out on his own. But either way, that's where he finds himself right now. So, these are former teammates that are fighting here.
Yeah, it always was weird to me that Cole was in B3 only because his style is opposite. His style isn't to come forward, the pressure. Cole is very patient. He's almost anti-B3, but he was in B3. It was kind of weird.
Okay, so we're actually hearing from B3 Blackout in the chat. He didn't get spars in for the last week of UFC 4 and went rogue. That's from the side of Blackout, so obviously still a B3 faithful. Either way, he's now going to get an opportunity to fight one of those former teammates. It may not be in sparring. It may be on an exhibition match of UFC 5 Primetime MMA's initial card, Swaggy, but let's be straight up, brother. That's where it matters most, my man. That's where it matters most.
This is where it matters most, and goddamn, that maybe they're begging for him back after this fight. Who knows?
We're about to see.
Begging is crazy.
Well, that's going to start out quickly. Sean Cokery obviously may have a point to prove, starting with a couple of leg kicks. Front kick lands as well. Anderson Silva v. Israel Adesanya. A beautiful little matchup between two absolute G's within the community.
You're right about absolute G's. Cole's cool, and Sean's one of my favorite people. I'm not going to lie to you. I love Sean to death. So this should be a great matchup between the two best middleweights of all time, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be an absolute war by the best middleweight of all time, the third best middleweight of all time. It's gonna be a really good fight. I'm excited.
Third.
I hear it. I love it. Right now, though, Sean Corkery using that blue corner, Anderson Silva pick very, very well, utilizing some elbows in the inside, the knees, the front kicks, the teeps, all of it coming in massively effective right now, especially with those those leg kicks that he's throwing out there. He's continually putting Cole off balance, and it's interrupting some of the momentum of what Cole's trying to get, because Cole's he's a momentum fighter, Jay. He really lives and dies by that.
Yeah. So Cole, this is how he fights. It's very patient, very slow, methodical. But if he stuns you, he get a moment. Then he'll turn it up. Everything, he just picks his moment, Swaggy.
Oh.
Yeah, no, as you can see, he's picking his shots very well here, as Sean's just trying to get wild and just throw crazy with it. Cole's doing a very good job of just sitting back, waiting for the right time and trying to pick him apart.
Nice.
Okay. Nice little work. 1-2 straight on the barrel once again. Eats the body kick. But it doesn't look like Sean Corkery is letting him get off that easy. A couple of body hooks come to boot as well. Beautiful check, but the elbow after the pull, Swaggy. Beautiful work from Cole.
Oh my God! If it was later in the fight, that could have been over. That was a very nice counter, and that's kind of how Cole's been approaching this fight the entire first round so far.
Ooh, nice counters.
Oh my! Oof! That could have been it right there, but just about evading it. Anderson Silva with the head kick. That is it! My God! Jesus, man. Oh, beautiful.
He leaned into that. He leaned into that. Oh my.
Beautiful, bro.
He was looking good. It's the crazy thing. He was looking brilliant on the feet, and then boom, it's over.
Got Dino Gamer in the chat saying he audibly gasped at that one right there, and I understand why, bro. Came out of nowhere. That's a high-level striker right there. Found an opportunity, put the jab out there, moved himself out of range, and blasted the head kick to really punish the return of Israel Adesanya. And my God, did he deliver? Fuck, man, that's crazy. That was a crazy knockout, yeah. It's kind of left me a little bit speechless. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and Sean is celebrating. He said, "Still got it, boys." After he kicked his head off.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Well, another fantastic matchup in this, exhibition cards of the Clash of Champions here this evening. It moves us on. Let me just double check. So I had actually had word from the back to what I believe to be the featured fight of the prelim. So, unfortunately, Ginger is not going to be here this evening. Deaglefly was meant to be his opponent, and he has been moved up. So we had a little bit of a workaround where Samurai Robin was initially meant to be fighting NM Smudger in that co-main event, but he was not able to attend here this evening because about 3 days ago, this man, if you don't know, is an actual fighter. He's an actual fighter. He goes out there, he puts it on the line, and he got the call to answer and fight on a short notice event. So he's out there right now, this very second. The former champion of UFC 4, Samurai Robin, actually fighting. He's out there kicking somebody's ass in an actual cage. So he wasn't able to make it here this evening, and we understand that. So all well and fine, but NM Smudger was going to be fighting the winner of B3 Blackout and Josh Ray. But from what I'm hearing in the back, instead, it appears that the matchup has been a bit changed. Deaglefly is now going to be in that position. I do apologize. Deaglefly, it turns out to be number 5. I read this wrong. Running Deaglefly v Kante, and CV is now going to be moving on up against Smudger because Deaglefly turns out to have actually been ranked number 5.
Okay.
So a little bit of a mix-up, but either way, we're going to
blessings in disguise. Yeah. That's what. Listen. Exactly. That's what just happened because we love the Smudger and CV rivalry. We just got. Listen. Sometimes a bad thing's not always a bad thing. Samurai Robin had to pull out, but now we got this fight.
Exactly.
That's a very early Christmas gift.
May have been a curse. You may have looked at it as a curse initially, but it's turned out to be a blessing. BFAP Kante, Deaglefly up next for our featured fight of the prelim, and we will see NM Smudger later on here this evening up against AKA CV, the rivalry of the PlayStation division that really brought the competitive level up a notch back in UFC 4. Be interesting to see how they approach in UFC 5 right now, but for right now, lads, we're going to get into Deagle Fly up against BFAP Kante. Should be an incredibly fun one for this featured fight. I know it was one that you were looking forward to in terms of the Ginger v Kante matchup, but I promise you one thing out here, Swaggy, and that is that Deagle Fly, he is a man that brings the action. He truly has sensational, silky, smooth striking. And up against a man like Kante, he's going to need that shit, bro. He's going to need it.
Man, I just want somebody from the Xbox division to step up and take the throne. I don't want to hear any more Trixie and Fatinator. Somebody take the throne. It needs to be done.
He act like it's easy. He act like that's easy or something. Like they can just say. Like,
I mean, I can't do it. I can't do it, but
okay. Hey, here's the thing with Deagle Fly, right? I haven't seen him fight in a while. I remember he was a champion back then. You know why I remember that, Cyrus? Because I remember his come up. This was before I was even commentating. I remember him beating up Humble. I was supporting Humble, and Humble got beat up by Deagle Fly. That's what I remember from him.
So, like, Deagle Fly, for me, like, what I remember of him, he reminds me of, like, an early school B3 Blackout hours, where he was a guy that was getting finishes, and he was getting finishes fucking quick, bro. Like, he was knocking people out of the park, like, super, super quick. So, I'm interested to see whether or not that killer instinct is carried across into UFC 5, and whether or not he's able to do that on the Xbox division up against somebody like BFAP Kante, who is an absolute monster. But as we move into the rest of this card, I will say shout out to Jakey B with the raid. Appreciate that, my man. Welcome to Primetime MMA. Anybody that's new, anybody that hasn't, make sure to follow Jakey B, of course, one of the OGs of the community, now running events with Nugs and the like. But lads, Clash of Champions, Deagle Fly, Kante. What do you make of this matchup so far out here? We're only 2 minutes in, Swaggy, but they seem to be kind of going tit for tat.
yeah, it started out slow for a couple seconds, and then it's another dogfight. All of these champions have a point to prove. They're like, no, I'm the champion, right? Everybody wants to be that guy.
Yeah.
And now it's just a battle of egos tonight, and we're gonna see a lot of dogfights, I feel.
Right.
No grappling.
No, for sure.
And we're going to see some grappling if somebody gets hurt. I'm not going to lie to you. Some people are going to panic.
It's a completely different game, man. You know, that's the thing. There's obviously a lot of similarities, but there are areas of this game that are considerably different. And even the striking, you know, feels quite a bit different to me, at least. Both in terms of what's possible with the stamina output in striking that you have right now, and the fact that certain parts of the patches are not being, you know, really told to us, leaves a little bit of a mystique to exactly what's different out here, and you can't find it.
Okay, hey, here, let me speak on this. All right, the UFC, fix stamina, please. I'm begging you to fix stamina. Like, come on, bro. What is this? Hey, and he's been killing his legs. So let me not complain. Let me just watch the ass whooping that he's putting on right now, Swaggy.
Conti is like, shut up over there in the booth. I'm working here, and he's really showing that dog he's got in him. Oh my god.
Well, I'll tell you one thing out here, Swaggy, and that's that Kante does not take any shit, whether inside or outside of the cage. Not always the easiest man to work with, but my God, does he put on performances when he's in that cage. He truly does turn it up a notch. Look at that little slips. I mean, I feel like he's a guy that's come into his own, J-Dime. The confidence, it's been really visible in his performances as he's progressed through the gauntlet of Primetime MMA.
Yeah, and Deagle Fly looks like he's stuck in the mud right now. I'm going to be real here. It looks like the new school is taking over, Cyrus.
No, it could very, very, very well be. But as B3 Blackout very, very much pointed out a moment ago, that was an orthodox corner that we were seeing for a large section of that.
His leg is gone.
Yeah,
his leg from calf kicks is gone.
But they touched him up, bro. There is another 10 minutes left in this fight, potentially. Conor McGregor with the stamina advantage, but he needs to let those hands go out here, J-Dime. He's going to have the speed advantage, and he needs to press it.
Oh, there we go. And there we go. Oh. It's a game of momentum, and now he has took it. He has full stamina too, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, this is not a good look. However, that leg is cooked.
Oh.
That leg is cooked in southpaw. He can't be as do as much damage as he could in southpaw at orthodox.
Nice.
Oh, but he's gonna try.
Yeah, so you know he continues to attack that leg, but right now Conor seems to be making the adjustment. Deagle Fly really trying to add up some head health damage with some really, really clinical combinations. My God, picking those shots really well out here, Jay.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. Oh my goodness. Conor McGregor is still Conor. I know he's not supposed to be an orthodox, but whether he an orthodox southpaw, it don't matter. The power's still the same, only because it's Conor.
Absolutely. Leg kick. Another one lands for Kante.
Oh,
Combinations.
Oh,
Woo!
oh,
That's it.
Oh,
That's
my
it.
God. Oh my gosh.
Jesus,
Okay.
bro. I hear Dustin Poirier wasn't as strong in this game, but my goodness, did he come out and perform here this evening? That uppercut landing gloriously, and the right hand following through Swaggy, putting an absolute exclamation point on the entire event for him, and getting his first W. Kante getting his first W here this evening.
Oh, Kante whooped him.
Oh,
Oh,
my
there was one little instance where it didn't look good, but Conti just pretty much controlled the fight for most of the fight, J-Dime.
Yeah, forget the technical term. He beat his ass. That's what happened. That's literally what happened. He had his moments, he let him back in the fight. Then he let him get some hope, then took away the hope after and beat his ass again, ended it. It's over, guys.
Absolutely. Well, Kante getting that hand raised here this evening, a man that was willing to take on all competitors and, ultimately was able to get his hand raised in a big way here this evening. Fair play to that man, taking on any fight that came his way and ultimately being rewarded with a big W here this evening. Bragging rights go very, very far with him. Now, I know I didn't talk about this at the beginning of the event, lads, but this next fight right here, B3 Blackout up against Josh Ray, obviously, you see CV up against whoever CV was meant to be fighting, but that's not happening. Of course, that fight's been scrapped. So B3 Blackout up against Josh Ray. This was a fight when the matchmakers came to me and they were like, "What about these fights?" This was the one that made the most sense to me. It was the fight that I was really, really looking forward to. Blackout, an incredible forward pressure fighter, a man that holds some of the quickest knockouts across the entirety of UFC 4, and he is going up against one of the most technically sound strikers that you will see. A lot of people might have forgot Swaggy because they haven't seen Josh Ray compete in a while, but this guy is about as flawless as they come in terms of technical performances. I had the unfortunate pleasure of matching up against him in OWC in the last couple of weeks, and I was on a 17-fight win streak. This man flawless me, bro. I basically landed nothing on this man as he completely and utterly dismantled me and took me to work, and I can't wait to see how that matches up against somebody of the pedigree of B3 Blackout.
Yeah, man, it's at welterweight. I'm curious who Blackout's gonna use.
Who is Josh Ray?
You know he's using, bro.
Hey,
you know he's using.
Hey, who is Josh Ray? I'm like, he must have been dominating the older seasons. Like, he must have been an OG here.
Yeah. No, he truly is, bro. He became champion shortly before you came onto the events, and I'm telling you, bro. Like, if you've not seen this guy fight before, you will be a fan. I don't know how it's gonna look against somebody like Blackout because of the way that Blackout, approaches a fight. But in terms of like technical striking, Josh Ray just has he just has that vision for it, man. He can see shots that people can't see. He really, really chooses his shot selection impeccably, and as a result, it sets him ahead in fights really quickly. Especially when somebody's walking forward. For me, this is about like, can Blackout land? Because if Blackout lands, he's onto a winner. But Josh Ray may make that very difficult, utilizing that jab, using the 1-2 and the body work as the fight goes on.
Oh, and here we go. And I see him because, Blackout pressure is different. That's the thing. But,
I love watching Blackout use Nick Diaz. It's just like, it's like a beauty. It's like an art. Like, it's a different art form.
Nice shots by Conor.
That head movement of Josh Ray will be there. He will pull any combinations that are not, overly thought together. Blackout, of course, trying to be a bit mesmerizing, went for a big switch kick a little bit earlier on, you heard this evening. And of course, if anybody's going to fight with Nick Diaz out here, Swaggy, with their full array, it's going to be B3 Blackout, the biggest Nick Diaz supporter that there is.
100%. He's got to be super confident about using Nick Diaz too every time he picks him. He just knows he's like the best Nick Diaz player in the world, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Man's a savage with him, bro. But he is getting caught a little bit here. This is the problem, right? He's going to have some early success, Jay, but Josh Ray is taking the right approach. He's attacking the body. He's attacking with combinations to the head and, keeping it honest.
But his head out about his head. That's the thing. Blackout's not here for a long time. He's here for a good time. But Josh Ray, I like his composure. I can see the skill here. He has good head movement, good patience. But he has to survive this storm.
Absolutely. Oh, did you see that stutter step, bro? That one's close.
Ooh.
Lovely. 1-2's landing, probing and prodding with that jab, trying to force different locks out of B3 Blackout. Blackout answers back.
Oh. Okay, this is the fight we may have needed. We may have needed this.
Yeah, absolutely.
This fight's crazy.
Oh, nice.
The funny thing is, right, any one of these fights could be a main event on a given night. A Blackout hour.
This is a good fight. I'm not gonna lie, this is a crazy fight because this great composure, he has to really survive this.
My goodness.
Oh my God.
B3 Blackout, I was sparring him recently. He said, I'm going to land that in PT. Watch how crazy this shit is. And he just landed it. Didn't get the knockout. But I trust he's going to go for it again.
Oh my God. Oh my.
Blackout's pressure is intense. It's just really hard to deal with.
It is, man. It's something else. Have you fought him, Swaggy? I'm telling you, bro. He's on those toes. He's on those toes every time.
No, I've never fought Blackout.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh, lovely.
Oh my God.
Lives, bro.
Oh my God. I think he may have threw 200 that round. Like, I'm being so. Here's the thing, right? You have to survive. He has to survive this storm and find his counters in between. But that's tough because Blackout Bullies may be one of the best block breakers there is.
Yeah, I will go out on a leg and say he is the best block breaker that there is on the planet. He holds the fastest knockouts across UFC 4. You see him with the ability to do it with volume punches like Nick Diaz. How many people can make Nick Diaz work this effectively? Not too many people, I tell you. That front kick lands for this man.
Oh my. He trying to do it again. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Your average mere mortal may have got caught by that, but Josh Ray staying composed in the octagon. He's in very, very deep waters right now and gets clipped again. Jesus.
Oh my.
I'm like really impressed with the composure from Josh right now, though.
Yeah.
He's like any normal guy would have been done.
Oh, the composure. Now it's his time. Now he survived that storm.
Oh,
now
he's got him hurt, bro.
Now
he's got him real hurt.
Now he survived the storm. Now it's
This is bad news for Blackout if he can't continue to land this damage. If he's going second, Josh Ray's going to cause problems. He does it. Josh Ray back again. Doing what seemed impossible, Swaggy. It seemed impossible, bro. His back was up against the wall. He was getting combination after combination flurried at his face, but he utilized superior head movement and timing to get that victory after J-Dime said, he was able to weather that storm.
Yeah, listen to me. This is a thing. Early Blackout Bully is scary, right? But he weathered that storm. It wasn't easy, but he weathered that storm and he made his comeback at the end.
Absolutely. Love to fucking see it. Absolute barn burner. My early contender for fight of the night right there. Josh Ray getting his hand raised. We, of course, here this evening have, 5 more fights left for you. And when I said to you a little bit earlier on there, J-Dime, Swaggy, that this fight, B3 Blackout, Josh Ray, was one of the fights that I suppose I had influence on. This next one is also one of those fights, and that is between Pain, one of the best submission artists of UFC titles in all history. This man is a fucking terror on the mat when it comes to his jiu-jitsu skills, going up against one of the best grapplers on the mat, period. One of the best wrestlers, period. BFAP Styles, you guys may not see him, but he is one of the OGs. And as Doctor Who may have mentioned a few times on the post-mortem over there, Swaggy, this man is emotional abuse when it comes to the ground. He's not looking to make your night fun. He's looking to take everything you had, slowly dismantle it, and work his way to a victory. Two of the best grapplers that you will ever see about to match up under the private man.
Yeah, I forgot that this fight was going on, and I take my statement back that I said last fight about only seeing stand-up, no grappling. This is probably going to be, especially with the submissions, I'm excited to see if Payne can lock in a submission, because he was a dog with the mini games. See how he is now.
Bro, I'm telling you, transitions, just transitions, right? Any transition, you can fake 30 times. Styles will clamp you down, bro. Like, it's a problem. He is an absolute problem. And one of the things that happened is that back when ESFL was doing their like camp wars and everything like that, I think that he ended up as part of like TD when BFAP merged with EK at one point. And when they merged with EK, he didn't go with them. He went to TD instead. He's now back with BFAP, his home, his competition base. He is a terror, and this couldn't be a better match. It couldn't be a better match, especially if you love grappling exchanges. Although Styles and Payne obviously have striking to their resume, I will be amazed if these guys don't end up showcasing some of that new grappling system that we've seen, Jay.
Yeah, but I want to see if Payne's striking got better, because that was his weak point. When he gets you to the mat, you know what happened, but I always said if Payne striking can get better, it's scary for people.
Absolutely. He seems to be trying to start this fight very, very quickly, walking forward, using those 1-2s. Forces the shot out of Styles. That's a little bit unusual for him. He typically sets them up, but we'll see how this plays out.
Ooh. I wonder how Payne is, like Swaggy said, in the subsystem now, how it is. It's not a mini game no more, Swaggy. I agree with you.
Yeah, exactly. It's seamless, and as long as you're good with transitions, I guess like the subs come pretty easy if you understand it. But like Cyrus said, it doesn't matter if you're good with transition. Styles will hold you down. So we may not have a chance.
The thing is, especially like if you're used to denying all of the different positions that are available, denying two directions is incredibly easy. Submissions, you know, for both the attacker and the defender are actually relatively easy in these spots. And I'm just, as somebody that spent a lot of time there, Jay, you know, the grappling, I'm interested to see what the top level players, the top level grapplers that have ever walked, or you know, the UFC 4, UFC 3 scene are able to do with this UFC 5, because they have the mind for it. They have that next level ability to game plan around that striking base. But you never know, we may not even get to see it, because they're so high level, they're kind of nullifying each other in terms of the grappling exchanges. Haven't been able to get anything going with it so far.
Oh yeah, that just reminded me here. The double leg bell has to get patched now. I just remember that now, because you can do that without a stamina advantage now, and you hop on ranked and all people do is spam it. That has to get fixed right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those ones. I think the stamina as a whole needs to be fixed. Jesus. Never mind. Payne gets a knockdown after a stun. He's showcasing that Jay Dime was right.
Oh my God!
He needed to work on those hands, and he has.
Oh my God, Payne! Payne! Putting in Payne! Let's go!
Bro.
Payne!
I cannot speak to how much I value that win for Payne. It may not go down officially on his resume, but that is monumental. We didn't get to see the grappling exchanges that we expected, but my goodness, did V-Payne do exactly what you said, Jay. He went back and he worked on those hands coming into UFC 5, and he showed it here this evening. He may not have been some of like an Israel Adesanya out there, but he was effective, and he landed the shots that he wanted to throw.
Big Payne in the building. Listen to me. Payne, he showed what he had to show, and then once he dropped him on that cage, he was trapped on that cage. That's his world now. Now he gets to grapple and use the cage when he already has him hurt, instead of them just having these wild grappling exchanges, and he put him away. Beautiful way to start UFC 5 for Payne.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God.
It's emotional. It's emotional, Swaggy, being in the commentary booth, right? These guys, they get you. There's like the highs and the lows of the competition. You don't know what's happening.
Nah, I've been left speechless after like all these finishes. Like Payne's a dog. He just said, "Y'all talking about grappling? I'm out here KOing motherfuckers."
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, bro. I loved what I saw from B Payne right there. And I will say once again, I do not value BFAP Styles, kind of what he brings to the table. I value it more than most. Like, he has, right, like, I know you guys don't get to see this, but when I look at this list right now, let me just quickly double check myself. Just to put this in perspective, BFAP Styles was the most winning fighter in primetime history, I believe. He had an 85.71% win rate across the entirety of UFC 4. That man is a fucking problem, bro. Now, he may have been away for a while. He may have had a little bit of ring rust here this evening. I don't know. I don't know what the reason was, but I tell you one thing. V Payne definitely didn't have those same excuses. He turned up, and he turned out, and he put on one hell of a display, putting people on notice, putting the entire PlayStation division on notice, Swaggy, for what's to come in this first season.
Payne is a dog, and this PlayStation division's already so close, so tight. All of these guys in the top 5, top 10 are absolute killers. And Payne just said pretty much, nope, I belong up there with the top guys.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. He said I'm player 1, right? And he's out there doing it. But either way, brother, either way, this next one is the one that gets us moving into the rest of the event. Each one of these guys trying to make history here this evening. We're going to be seeing B3 GOAT of MMA up against what remains of Vuck. J-Dime, you like this fight? I do, brother. It's going to be a fun one between two pure savages in there. They're not always the cleanest, but they bring that madness. You
know why this is a great fight too? You remember when they first joined PT, both of them were NBK, I'm the GOAT, and NBK, Vuck, and they were like a dynamic duo. They came up around the same time. They know each other more than anyone. And for us to see this is great.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see that they're starting out quickly. It looks like GOAT has really been working on that grappling. This is the first time I've seen GOAT throw a jab in my entire life. It's working well for him. He's trying to find some range, although resorting back to some of his old tactics right now, getting a bit wild out there, Swaggy, early.
Yeah, man, they're really having a dogfight early out there. I'm surprised we haven't really seen any grappling exchanges from Vuck early on, but I'm sure that's to come.
They're grapplers too, because him and GOAT are both grapplers, and they have a healthy respect for each other grappling. We're going to see it though, Swaggy. We're going to see it.
GOAT's turned into more of a striker over the.
He can't strike.
The last couple.
He cannot strike.
He used block breaking to his advantage.
Do you know what it is, right? If you're not like super polished on the feet, if like you're a little bit wild yourself, like I'm a little wild on the feet. I like to get like a little bit, a little bit crazy with it sometimes. Try to land some flashy shit, like the taints into question mark kicks and teeps into question mark kicks and stuff like that. But GOAT isn't about that, Swaggy. He's just about an onslaught of combinations. He's looking to throw from every angle, and something's gonna land. Trust, something's gonna land.
Oh yeah, he's a dog.
Bro, do you remember this? Cyrus, remember when I said I was mad about how GOAT was playing because he was trying to strike too much instead of using what got him to the dance? Yep. Remember that?
Absolutely, bro. You were literally his manager at some point, right? Like
yeah.
Promoting this man.
Exactly. So I really think he needs to go back to his roots. It's okay to striking, but you know what made his striking look better? He can grapple. Yeah. But when you're only striking without the grappling threat, it's not the same anymore because he's not a pure striker.
Absolutely. Look, when you're mixing in those takedowns and the clinches, your opponents second guess their ability to close that distance. And GOAT doesn't really have that. As you can see, he's been so pressed up against the cage right now. It feels like he's up against the B3 guy because he's being pressed so aggressively from what remains of Vuck Gaming, who quite clearly seems a little bit more comfortable on the feet, at least this point in the fight. And let's be real, Swaggy. Let's be real. GOAT doesn't really have that takedown threat because he's Edwards.
Yeah, no, exactly. Edwards doesn't have better wrestling than Shavkat at all. But it doesn't... Vuk is doing a really good job on the feet. He's controlling his distance very well. He's landing a lot of shots, and he's not letting Goat land at all.
Yeah, he's all, like, honestly, he's just, there's so much more composed in the spot. Like, he's seeing things 5 moves ahead right now. You know, stepping out of range on some of those big kicks, stepping back into range with the jab. I really, really am impressed with what I'm seeing from Vuk Gaming so far out here. You know, I know that this may not be, Goat striking may not be his forte, typically speaking, J-Dime, but even with that being said, he's still very, very good in all positions, and right now he's looking like a little bit of a fish out of water with what Vuk is doing to him in terms of the range management and some of that shot selection.
Yeah, and Toby Ruin said something so true. Leon is so tall on this game, he's almost Shavkat height.
Very true.
No, he's very tall right
Very
now.
true, bro.
Yeah, huh? That's crazy.
Yeah, like now just looking at it like, what's
Oh,
Oh.
that's a little better from Goat. I was liking what he was doing in the first minute and a half, working behind that jab, but it's become problematic. He went back to rounded shots, Swaggy, and as a result, Vuk is just able to pull it and slip absolutely everything. Woo!
Oh,
This is beautiful, bro. Vuk Gaming looking like a man possessed here this evening. Completely and utterly calculated, dialed in, and ready to do carnage in the cage.
Yeah, Vuk is going
Oh,
crazy
God.
right now. Oh my.
oh,
Oh, my
oh, my,
Oh!
oh my goodness. That up kick saved people more than seatbelts, man. You're right about that, Cyrus. Because goodness gracious.
Vuk is dog walking him, J-Dime.
No, he is. But listen, I'm gonna say Goat's not out of this. He gotta have some. Oh, he may be out of this. He may have been out of this for the past.
Spoke too soon.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
I
Vuk
don't-
isn't letting him off either, bro. He's not just finishing the fight quickly. He's not engaging in anything. He's more than happy to just continue the onslaught. But this is
Oh
where it could
wait,
become
he's not out of it.
problematic.
He's not out of it. Now he's not out of it. Oh.
That's a big moment right there. But he does get the top mount. Jesus.
Oh,
These guys not denying for shit.
Oh,
but
he's
there
not.
it is.
He's not out of it. Undeniable. He's not about to let him. He's not out of this, Swaggy.
no, not anymore.
Oh yeah, no, he's not out of this.
Back in his world, making it rain.
He's not going to get up from here. He's not going to be able to get up from here.
Oh, nice. Some good defense from what remains of Vuk, though. I mean, this moment, Swag, it's all about like damage mitigation for him, because obviously Goat is in the most dominant position he could be in, but he's doing a really good job of just stopping that damage coming his way, even saving his block in many of these situations with some of those posted shots coming in clutch.
Oh,
Yeah, but if anybody's in this position to be for it to not be a bad position, it's definitely Vuk. And as you can see, Vuk turned it into a good position very quickly.
oh man. If Goat, here's the thing. I think Goat has to not get caught hit. Oh, he has to land one shot. I'm back up. Never mind. I'm backing up. Just 3 seconds. I'm backing up.
Nice, nice, nice. The damage very visible on Leon Edwards' face. He's going to have to be very, very careful of that as he moves into this third and final round. As you saw right there, a couple of lacerations above the left and below the right eye. The doctor could get involved if he continues to eat damage on those spots, but... Jesus, man.
They're going
Woo!
at it
my-
right now.
Oh, this is ass whooping and a half. It's
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
That was beautiful, bro. That was goddamn beautiful right
That was
there.
damn near flawless. Damn near flawless.
Yeah,
That should be illegal.
as JJ...
That wasn't a fight. That was bullying.
NR said, he got vucked right there. That's what he got. He got vucked, bro. That was that was amazing. Phenomenal performance from what remains of Vuk. I feel like this guy has a bright future in UFC 5. He showcased not only does he still have the chops on the grappling side of things, able to, mitigate a lot of the damage coming his way, but on the feet, he looked like a different beast. Vuk was always a guy that I thought was like a well-rounded fighter, Jay. He was able to do it everywhere, but really his kind of strength was mixing it all together. But tonight he just went, I'm a striker. I'm a better striker than Goat, and I'm going to put it all together. And he did. He did, bro. He was like almost flawless with it.
He did what he had to do. That was... Vuck started this season off, even though season hasn't officially started, he started this off strong right here. He made a statement.
Yeah, absolutely. Like UFC 5 in Styles, the bragging rights all his at this stage, and of course he's going to go into the rest of the beginning of the first season very, very confidently, I would imagine. Either way, okay, no, that's fine. These guys are up next. It should be a very, very fun one. It is going to be between TMF Concept. I don't know if he's still TMF or not. I'll have to get word on that. But oh no, he's not. Sorry, NV Concept. He's got his name on Xbox. No, it's TMF, but NV Concept, a new camp on the block, going up against FSK Bossman. Both gentlemen here have a above 65% win rate. They like to come out there, they like to do the business. I know I keep saying these win rates, right, Swaggy and Jay, but I'm saying them, and I don't think people are realizing these guys were at the top of the division. To have a 65% win rate when you are only fighting guys in the top 5, the top 10, that's almost fucking impossible, bro. And that's the reason that they made it to these positions.
Yeah, and they're using the tallest, rangiest fighters in bantamweight, so I want to see, I want to see how this goes with the range management.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I love the lead hook into the straight. Obviously from Sugar Sean O'Malley, if he's able to utilize that well, and especially mix in the teeps and the jab, you can make it really problematic. Even if somebody's similar, size to you, you can make it very problematic with just those 2 or 3 tools. They touch them up in either event. We'll see how this one goes. He instantly goes to that lead hook into the straight, as I was calling a moment ago. Concept definitely looks to be utilizing some of the more poignant attacks that Sugar Sean O'Malley has to his repertoire. But Bossman, being Sandhagen, isn't looking to just take part. He's looking to take over here this evening, forcing the action, Jay, and really trying to make this cage feel small incredibly quickly.
He threw a spinning sidekick to the body when his back was already on the cage. That was the most pointless strike in the world. No, really, Swaggy, it was.
Let's go.
Oh, that's crazy. They're having a dogfight right now. They're just going back and forth, brawling. It was close for a second with Bossman. I thought you had the advantage, but oh my, Concept's
Nice,
just
bro.
oof.
He's really taking advantage of some of the stamina advantage, like the fact that stamina is almost infinite at the moment. He is throwing those combinations. Did get clipped a couple of times, though. The problem is that when O'Malley lands, we may be in bantamweight, but he has that death touch for this weight class.
Yeah, ask Aljamain Sterling that.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Oof. Okay, he has to, thank you, use the long-range weapon. Keep him off you, because he's making himself a smaller fighter than he needs to be, because he's not throwing long-range weapons, and he's just camping his back on the fence like he's Muhammad Ali, Swaggy.
Yeah, he's condensing himself to the cage, and that he's just putting himself in a. This is not good for him. Not good for Concept.
Oh,
He's not. Oh.
Beautiful. And this is where Concept traditionally would get frustrated. It's with some of the grappling exchanges, especially with the more fluid-based grappling that is now implemented in the game. It will be interesting to see how he adjusts and how he works his way back to the feet, because he's not near that cage, Jay. He's not in a good position to do so. And as you can see, Bossman just more than happy to just punch his face into oblivion with these little bunny shots.
Yeah, I think Concept may be frustrated right now. He just has to make it to the bell, the end of the first round. And shout out to Now You Tap for the raid. We appreciate that here at PT Swaggy.
Absolute big W from Tap.
We'll give this little man, give this man a shout out now, a little shout out. Make sure to follow Now You Tap if you don't already. If you didn't know, this man streams on UFC a lot, bro, a lot. Now You Tap's one of the regular guys, you know.
Tap, 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 tap in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is very, very interesting to see Bossman approach this like this. He was having a lot of success on the feet, but he clearly feels like he may just be the better fighter all round, Swaggy, and he's putting it on Concept right now, and trying to prove that there's some levels still.
Yeah, man, from the very start of the fight, I feel like it looked like Bossman came in with a chip on his shoulder, and he really had a point to prove. And he's just been trying to dog walk Concepts, but Concept's not really having it. He is fighting back. I don't really think there's a one-sided fight just yet.
No, I kind of agree with you. I think Concept definitely had some like moments, but like I feel like the overshadowing was done with what with what Bossman was bringing to that table. This fight is not over though. You're absolutely right, Swaggy, and there's still a lot to go, both in terms of their overall health, their cardio still going to be there. They are in bantamweight, so we were talking about stamina earlier, J-Dime. If there's ever a weight class, it doesn't really exist. It's this one right here.
Yeah. In this game, stamina don't matter. Forget this weight class. It doesn't matter on this game. Like, I'm telling you the truth, man. People could throw 205 strikes and have full stamina.
Oh, nice little pull right there from Concept. This is where he's dangerous, is on the feet. He was having problems early in the first round, but does get clipped again. Still having problems right now, Swaggy. Still having problems.
It's starting to look very one-sided now. That second round did not start off well for him. He should have tried to keep that distance way more than he did, and he's paying for it.
Work that cut.
Oh my goodness. This reminds me of a fight I seen earlier. Who did we see this happen to earlier? I think it was Fonty. Like, goodness gracious, get your back off the cage. They're folding to that pressure. It's not easy to get off the cage, but he's almost fighting scared.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Well, I have to say, one man that did not fight scared was Bossman, showing that he's still the boss here on UFC 5, answering in a big, big way, Swaggy, and getting a victory in what feels like in an emphatic fashion. I mean, he just had unreal, unparalleled levels of confidence coming into this one.
Doc, like J-Dime said earlier, this wasn't a fight. This was an ass whooping that from the start to finish.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Look, lads, we have been burning through here this evening. We are actually already, believe it or not, onto our co-main event of this fucking evening. And it is between the one, the absolute only GOAT of primetime MMA in NM Smudger. A man that had a total record. And I want you to all buckle your seatbelts, strap in, and realize that this man right here had a 27-7 record. A 27-7 record. Almost unheard of in any competitive scene. He's doing phenomenal work across multiple seasons, Swaggy. I know you have something to say, brother, but that is a phenomenal run. And he's going up against another man who's 23-4, aka CV. The man that has the plan. The rivalry of the ages. God damn, this is a good fight.
This is going to be such a war. I was going to bring up the percentages too. CV has an 85.8 win percentage, which I believe makes him actually higher than BFAP style. And so that makes CV the highest winning percentage, I believe, which I'm looking at my notes right here. And, but yeah, this is going to be an absolute war. They haven't fought much. They only fought 3 times in UFC 4, and it was 2-1. With Smudger winning twice and CV winning once.
Absolutely, bro. Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you. I had a message in the back. Apparently somebody's calling for a DQ on their former fight. Well, this is an exhibition match, lads. It doesn't go down on your record. So, like,
I know who's calling for it without even...
He called for it in chat.
Oh, sorry. It caught me off guard. I was not expecting that message at all. Like at all. But look, these guys are getting ready up right now. I see Smudger is just waiting for the invite, I do believe. So we will take a little bit of a look at the rest of the card that we have seen so far. And I'll throw it to you two guys as I need a couple of seconds just to get some things arranged in the back. What's your favorite fights of the night, lads? What are your fights of the night so far? I'll leave you guys speak for a couple of seconds. I'll be right back with you.
Swaggy, I'll let you go first.
Man, Driz and Fonty. Driz and Fonty started off the night with an absolute banger, and Fonty didn't really add to that banger much, but Driz showed why Max Holloway is the best pick in this game, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, of course. Word Life and Storm. That fight, because it seemed like the doctor was going to stop this fight, and Storm made a comeback and almost won. We could have made an argument for him winning too. That's how close he made it, even though he was getting beat up to a bloody pulp at first. But Swaggy, a lot of these other fights weren't fights, they were ass whoopings. That's the thing too.
A lot of these fights were ass whoopings or dog walkings or whatever you want to call them. It wasn't good for a lot of these guys. And it makes you think, because all these guys are champions, there's still a level gap.
Oh, hold on, Humble's right. Josh Ray and Blackouts, I forgot about that.
Oh,
hey.
shit!
Oh, okay, we're all wrong.
Yeah, we are both absolutely wrong. That fight was crazy.
Wow.
Honestly, there's a lot of contenders. I know these guys in the backs have all been making notes. There's going to be a lot of screenshots. We've got some guys joining us on the team now. A lot of content that you can expect to see from Primetime MMA, breaking down all of these events, giving them some hype pieces as we continue. Make sure, if you don't already, to be following our YouTubes, our obviously TikToks and all the rest. You'll see the likes of Dr. Swaggy Kush with Kush Corner, going to be coming out on all of them, and of course Primetime Postmortem that did its first show very, very recently, in fact yesterday, on our YouTube. But with that being said, lads, these guys are ready to get going, and I think it's about time. It's about time. Anderson Silva v Israel Adesanya, if they continue with these picks. Completely blank right now, but it's the first time I've seen that. It's very.
I've seen that on Rank before.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks kind of cool a little bit.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Like, it does. I like. I'm not going to lie to you. Aesthetically, I know peel back. I know it's nothing to do with the game or anything, but I like the branding of UFC 5 this time. They've gone really. They've done a nice look to the aesthetic of the game. I feel like the aesthetics with the lights on the fighters, all of that type of stuff. You know, there's a lot still to improve, but
I'm about to say something.
Go.
So this is what happened. This is what they focused on. They focused on the presentation of the food, but they didn't focus too much on how the food tasted. That's the problem sometimes. They made it look good. It looks cute. But there's a lot of problems that need to be solved.
It's the wildest thing, bro. I love it. Either way, we get to see the rivalry of the ages on the PlayStation division going down right here for the first time here this evening. CV with Anderson, goddamn Silver out here, Swaggy, and Smudger using Israel Adesanya. This should be a barn burner between two savages. First 5-round fight of this evening, bro. First 5-round fight.
This is extra scary because this is CV on UFC 5 with unlimited stam and defensive buffs. So we're gonna see him.
Oh my gosh!
We're gonna see him work. We're gonna see
defensive buffs. Oh my god! Oh my! There's no way you actually said the defensive buffs.
I said defensive buffs. I didn't really go out there. Come on,
on like just to bring it real quick back to the fight for a moment, like there's a couple of big movements that Smudger has missed right now and CV has capitalized on. He has an early stamina lead. We're less than 3 minutes into the opening round, J Diamond. That's a big thing, bro. You know, like I do as a stamina fighter, that's a big thing, bro, especially in this current meta. To get that sort of advantage is kind of huge.
I agree and I disagree. I agree. It should be. The problem is he's going to get a lot of stamina back here. The stamina, everyone has a lot of stamina. So it looks like, wait till the round ends. CV's going to have that stamina advantage, right? Mm-hmm. But he's going to get a lot of stamina. And CV's going to get a lot of stamina back as well, which needs to be fixed right now. Oh, nice.
Absolutely. I know a lot of people were either for or against it, but some of these, the little kind of stun animations when you get counters, I kind of like them, bro. They show when, that shot's done a little bit of extra damage. I know it doesn't always result in a stun or whatever else, but it really lets you know when you've landed like a clean shot and a crisp counter. And I feel like CV's done that a few times here this evening, and we typically don't miss them. Swaggy, but we're never going to with the new animation system for obviously showcasing that.
Oh yeah, no, I do actually like that. It shows you when to back off and it shows you when to push a little bit on the offensive side. Exactly. I definitely like it, and it looks like CV likes it too because he's using it to his advantage.
Absolutely, bro. Talking about that stamina advantage, still continuing to gain that across the course. 35 seconds left in this opening round right now. I have to say that's probably CV's round, but let's be real. We have 5 to work. They have an... Oh my God!
Oh my God! I'm going to tell you the problem here too, because CV likes to fight on his back foot, right? Mm-hmm. When his feet past them lines. If CV gets to that cage, I feel like Smudger should have used someone that can grapple so he could take advantage and make it a fight. Make it a fight, not a kickboxing match. I think he has to be able to mix in that grappling too.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I completely agree with you. Absolutely. They've both gone obviously majorly striker pick. Sorry, with Anderson Silva and Israel Adesanya, but that's the perfect way to kind of balance it out in terms of the grappling. And I will say just one last little point, Swaggy. Much like Jay Dime was saying earlier, the stamina recovery been absolutely great for both guys, but Smudge is still a good stack behind coming into the second round.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like CV got it, but Smudger didn't. And CV is way ahead because of that in the stamina control, and that is not good going in to 4 minutes and seconds.
Nice couple of jabs landing for this man right here. Trying to work it teep kick as well to the body. He needs more of that for my money. The switching of stances, I'm really liking J-Dime, but I don't feel like it's having the same effect that it would on most people. CV just too comfortable in the striking realm to be, phased by these switching of stances.
Yeah, I look for Smudger to make this closer. I look for him to make some adjustments because Smudger is a great champion. And I think Smudger has to make it more, like I said, of a fight than just a kickboxing match.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Pull counter read excellently. Smudger seems to be dialing in a little bit. Starts to make small gains towards the lead that CV accomplished in that first round. I'm liking what I'm seeing from these two veterans. Beautiful flying knee!
Oh, nice timing.
There are levels, Swaggy, and these guys showing the rest of the community where those levels are at right now.
Oof. Oh my god, and these guys are like the highest of the high of the levels. And it's just so exciting to see just two elite fighters just go at it and put it all in the cage, J-Dime.
Oh, nice. And there we go.
Oh.
That's when he made adjustments. He got his block, and that's when Smudger makes his adjustment. We thought he was getting outclassed, and now it's a game of momentum. Now he has momentum. Now CV has to do something.
Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. And I can tell you one thing. Smudger sent me his traditional message leading up into this event. He said, it's nearly time. I'm going to be running through everybody. No games better than ever. Along with his normal Conor McGregor kind of gift that he sends me as well. This guy come back motivated here this evening. He wants to end this on a W. I know CV does as well. Two guys that are absolutely the epitome of gaming excellence, of competitive excellence. They take it to the next level each and every time. Ooh. And they're finding openings that not many people could out here, Swaggy. It's a beautiful sequence of beautiful destruction on display here this evening.
Yeah, man, it's like CV gets rocked, he gets dropped, he's in a really bad spot, and then he gets back in his feet, and he's just right back in the groove again. But Smudge is just so dangerous, especially using Izzy. He's just so smooth with Izzy. Man, it's such an elite fight right now. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Knee to the body. Beautiful counter. Herb Dean calls an end to that second round. Lads, we still have another 3 full rounds left to go. That's 15 goddamn minutes of pure excellence that we are about to see on display. One of these guys are going to crack soon enough, Swaggy. I don't know which way it's going to go, but some of the biggest damage come in the way of Smudger so far, able to land that on CV, but CV was looking impeccable up until that time, so this is where the adjustments come in. This is where those championship level changes need to be implemented.
I'm enjoying the carnage right now. I really hope this fight goes the distance. It would be bad for both fighters, but not bad for us.
Here's the thing too. This is a battle of. Besides stamina, right? CV his block is getting low every time Smudger hits it, right? It's that and head health versus CV landing these body shots on him, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right. CV with the body shots has been like so fucking clean with it that it's it is something else. The feints are phenomenal right now. I'm loving it, man. Honestly, I almost don't want to speak. I just kind of want to watch, but I suppose the name of the game is commentary, and as a result, I'll continue to talk. But I am loving what I'm seeing from these two guys right now, and I feel like there is big moments, like second round, they felt like it was, Smudger's season, but CV right now seems to be coming on, and I I'm interested because I'm one of the biggest fans of Smudger that you'll ever see. I'm really, really, kind of impressed with what this guy was able to do at UFC 4. His readiness to take on all comers and never make excuses. I really like this guy and what he brings to the table. But I can say the same about CV as well. And the way that they match up.
Yeah, it's
the way
great.
they match up, Jay. It's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Is it safe to say these two are the best PlayStation players PT has ever had? Is that safe to say?
Yeah, bro. I'll put them out there against anybody. Trust me. Like they are
Yeah.
absolutely the epitome of like I say, UFC 5 mixed martial arts excellence, UFC 4 mixed martial arts excellence, and I don't expect that train to stop anytime soon. They have the IQ to make it work. As you see, another 1-2 lands. Smudger has that killer instinct in him. Can he capitalize? Woo.
Oh,
I see the cryouts in the chat of Fight of the Night so far. I absolutely agree.
it's so technical. This is such a technical fight. Like anything can happen, Swaggy.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh.
Like if you're not good at this game, please take notes right here. This is how you play.
Bro, you could teach an entire masterclass behind either one of these guys, never mind when they're fighting each other. And what I love to say there, Jay, as well, you say it's technical, brother, and it goddamn is. But let's be real. They're not pulling punches. They're not wasting time. They're getting after it. A lot of these technical fights.
Oh, nice side. Oh my God. Oh my. Oh.
Is that it?
Oh. Oh my. This is. Oh my.
Bro, fucking love this shit. I love this shit. This is what we live for. CV's trying to get that finish back in return. Mount, a very strong position. Doesn't take too many to get it going. But the defense of Smudger trying to hold on.
Oh, this is such a crazy fight. Oh my. I love this fight. I love this fight a lot. This is great fight.
Bro. Oh my God, man. I love this shit. It's amazing. It's amazing stuff.
It's insane.
I see the love in the chat for these two competitors as well. God damn, guys. You know the primetime guarantee. It's a real thing out here, Swaggy. These guys deliver. Every one of these guys, they turn it up. And, of course, CV and Smudger being the head of the pack on the PlayStation division for some time right now. And they're showing us why, bro. They're showing us why here this evening.
Oh.
I just love it every time. Oh man, this is just what's gonna happen next? This fight's just awesome.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
Lead hook into body uppercut, absolutely brutal in UFC 5.
Me. Oh.
Mm. Nice,
Oh
nice. Front kick lands, left hand too. CV trying to put a couple of pieces together in this puzzle. Oh my God!
It's he tried it because he got his block low and he got ducked and it's over.
It only takes one.
Oh my goodness. And Straight Jack called it in the chat. He said CV is going to close this out soon and then he landed.
Wow.
That may be fight of the night just from the technical aspect to the fighting. Like that's beautiful. That fight.
Brother. Well, I tell you what, we're actually going to stick tuned, lads, because we're going to put a prediction up at the end of the night. I want to hear, like, because between one or two, that for me, that is fight of the night. I would put that up as one of the fight of the years normally if we had any sort of events behind us, but this is the first event. And to think, Swaggy, brother, as a man that's going to be calling down these fights, right, as in Kush Corner and Primetime Postmortem, along with Doctor Who, these guys have only had the game for what, a month? That at it? And this is already where they're at, bro.
And what's crazy is Smudger was winning. He just made a simple mistake, and CV.
Look at these stats. Look at his stats on this thing too.
Yeah, we'll see if they give it to us. We'll see if the stream's still going, I believe. Yeah, the stream's still
No,
going.
I see them overall stats.
Well, according to CV in the chat, apparently he was winning on the scorecards. I don't know how that's possible.
Plus he won the first two, and then Smudger he stunned him third, then Smudger started taking over, from third on.
Yeah, I suppose. Maybe, I don't know. I just look at the stuns, man. I look at the knockdowns, but...
Because those stuns are round 3 and on. That's when he just started, when he started stunning him, then he dropped sidestep, then through the overhand. That's when them late. It's weird because
But
CV started
doesn't that mean
early
that
and
CV
he got
won the
late.
round he got knocked down in? Like, according to the
I gotta
judges?
see round by round. I'll just see the round by round.
I-
Can we like go through this here?
Well,
I'm glad we got to finish because I don't like judges.
I know, bro. I know. I know.
All right, cool. I want a round by round though. That's what I want.
We ain't gonna get it. We ain't gonna get it. But that's okay. That's
Damn.
okay. Look, I am thoroughly impressed with both competitors. It was absolutely an incredible fight, and I'll be real with you lads. And like, we haven't really drawn enough attention to this here this evening, but that's because it's just been as the name suggests, a clash of champions. It has been the names of names within this community. If you don't know, you fucking know now that these guys are here to stay, and they are looking to put on phenomenal performances, and that's exactly what they've done in the past. It's exactly what they plan on doing in future. But let's be real. Two of the biggest rivalries in Primetime's history, I would go as far as saying in EA Sports gaming history, has been between the two or the four goats of Primetime. And that was CV and Smudger. And now, of course, in the main event of this evening, it's going to be between BFAP Trixie and FSK Goddamn Fadinator. Lads, I cannot tell you how excited I am for this one. As you guys know, and many of these guys in the chat don't know, I was out. It was a friend's birthday today. I was enjoying myself, and I said, I've got to get back. I've got to get back to see CVV Smudger. I've got to get back to see FSK Fadinator up against BFAP Trixie. And we have made it to that point right now. The Clash of Champions has continued to deliver throughout the entirety of tonight. And the main event is finally at hand between two of the absolute best to ever do it, period. J Dime, this one, my man, promises to be an absolute barn burner. The start of many, I am sure.
Yeah, this is what we needed to see. Even though it is just exhibition, we need to see this because how PT ended with their last fight. There's unfinished business here, right, Swaggy?
Yes, I have my Fadinator and Trixie notes. There's so much history between them that I have an entire booklet of notes on these two. Trixie and Fadinator fought 10 times in UFC 4, where Trixie has the victories 7-3. That means Trixie won 7 and Fadinator won 3 of those. And these fights stretch as far back as Xbox Grand Prix Season 2. You know how long ago that was?
Yeah. A long old time, brother. A long old time, I tell you that. Look, I can't speak to what these guys have done for the promotion as a whole, both FSK Fadinator and especially Trixie. Trixie has been around since the early days of UFC 3. He's always been that level. And I feel like Fadinator for me, and look, I probably get a little bit of hate from this, but I think that Fadinator showed us what he was all about in UFC 4. He wasn't a name in UFC 3, not like that. But in UFC 4, he really and truly delivered, especially on the second half of it. I feel like he hit a level that not many people can. Like, he's truly an elite competitor. And his oldest rivalry, the man that he has been up against more time than not, I believe the man that pushed him to getting as good as he is the one, BFAP Trixie. And we get to see that very first matchup here this evening. We didn't just get to see the PlayStation goated rivalry. We get to see the Xbox one. Jesus, man. I'm almost lost for words, Swaggy. I'm almost lost for words, brother.
I've been excited for this fight all week. I love when these two fight. It is always a barn burner. It is always a war. I'm a massive fan of the both of them. The things they've done for the Xbox division. We're about to see another classic.
Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. Goddamn, lootly J-Dime. And starting it out, we can see Swift Trixie using Conor McGregor and Fadinator using Dustin Poirier. Now, for people that don't know, in UFC 3, Swift Trixie was a Conor McGregor main. UFC 4, he went Dustin Poirier. And he looks like he's back to Conor McGregor out here, J-Dime. It's interesting.
Hey, that's a good choice. No, that's a good choice. Conor still has them crazy animations. That kick right there, that hand plant roundhouse is faster than it was last year, and it was already fast.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice body work right there. Beautiful body work from Swift Trixie, showing that absolute next level game planning and, you know, kind of fight IQ, knows that this is a 5-round fight, Swaggy, trying to put that money in the bank early.
Yeah, no, wow. Trixie is just swinging. And to comment on what you guys were just saying about Trixie maining Conor McGregor, I believe Fatinator kind of mained Conor McGregor or UFC.
Don't we all?
100%.
Don't we all do it? Don't we all main Conor? There's like a million Conor mains here.
I mean,
No, you're absolutely
besides
right.
you, Swaggy, besides you, because you like
Max
spam Max
Holloway.
Holloway. But besides that,
Conor Ho got a cartwheel kick.
Well, the thing to note right now, earlier stamina advantage to Conor McGregor, and the fact that Dustin Poirier already has a doctor's health note and a cardio note on him as well. Trixie always used to say, and this was back in UFC 3, that if you have a lead with Conor McGregor, stamina-wise, you've won the fight already. People just don't know. You just have to play it. You just have to play it right. And with a man like him that lives in those narrowest of margins, I expect him to try and take the lead in this fight in a very, very stern way, but it's difficult to do when you're against a fucking dog like FSK Fadnator, you know?
so clean right now. Trixie is clean right now. He's smooth as silk right now, Swaggy.
Yeah, Trixie looks really good with Conor McGregor. He's just back to his old ways. Oh my God. It looks like he's trying to take this lead early.
Trying.
And let's be real, right? Like, even tonight, he uses his jab more than most people. That's what we've seen in the last fight and this one. These guys really work behind their jab. They set everything up. And as a result, it just leads to a sequence of combinations that are so beautiful to behold. Your opponent doesn't know where they're coming from. All different types of angles. And lands, cleanly on a very, very often amount.
Man, that boy looks good. That boy looks good right now.
He does.
I wonder what adjustments Fadinator is going to make going into round 2, because round 2 is traditionally Trixie's best round.
It is. Yeah, he has, I think, like the last stat I had saw, and there's been some fights since then, so not 100% accurate, but I think like 70% of his wins come in the second round, Trixie. Definitely his best round. Starting out with a lead little upper. He's not looking to give us much of the cage up this time out here, Swaggy. He's trying to force the action and make Fadinator be the man to take a back step here this evening.
Yeah, he's pushing Fadinator back right towards the cage. Trixie's the only one walking forward. I mean, except for the very small moments that Fad takes forward steps.
Nice.
Oh!
That kick, like I always say, I advocate for that kick with Conor, because you cannot get punched while you're in the animation, Swaggy. So,
He's actually opened up a laceration above Conor McGregor's left eye that just put him in a worse position. It's got that kind of orange or amber light to it. It was a big cut that's been opened over that left eye.
He's going to look to hook his eye. He's going to look to throw hooks. I'm telling you right now, Cyrus.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I don't want to jinx shit, but we have only seen the doctor once here this evening. There is 2 guys that are cut, and we have a 5-round fight. I hope to holy God he does not get involved in this one. If there was ever a one not to get involved in, it's this one right here.
As long as it don't go red, you're kind of okay right now.
Yeah. It's kind of getting there.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of getting there.
And he's definitely going to target it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, both ways.
The cuts become even more dangerous on the mat, though, because of those elbows from positions like side control. You can make it a nightmare for your opponent.
Exactly. Oh. Fadinator's making a good run right now, too.
Yeah, he's adjusting really well, man. He's like coming to the second round, showcasing that, this might be Trixie's traditionally better round, but Fadinator's kind of taking it into his own.
Oh!
And he lands!
This is his round now. He said, this is my best round. Oh, Conor. Oh, the doctor's going, oh! He said, no, this is my round, and he survived. Oh, my God.
Injured.
No, the doctor may get involved. The doctor's going, he can get a doctor. If he don't end this, he can get a doctor stoppage, maybe. I'm going to be real here.
All he has to do is back up.
Oh, Conor,
Can't believe.
He tried to back up.
Yeah, he's trying to get that top prison, bro.
Oh, I would back all the way up after this. Oh my, never mind.
Fadinator may have it.
Oh, he may have it. Is it Fatty? The baddie with the win.
Goddamn-lutely it is. FSK Fadinator gets the first feather in his cap. gets the first W over an old foe in BFAP Trixie. Jesus, man. For as long as it lasted, Swaggy, only like 2.5 rounds or so, but my God, did they bring the action in that short amount of time.
What a fight. I started to doubt Fat a little bit, which you should never do. You should never doubt either of these guys. And Fat did message me last night. He said he was coming in with a chip on his shoulder, and oh boy, did we see it.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I feel like, honestly, early on, I was a little bit worried for Fat Nate. I was like, Jesus. Trixie is pouring it on him right now, and he's ahead in stamina, he's ahead in damage, he's ahead in all sorts, and I was like, gee, not looking good if you're an FSK Fat Nate supporter. But the way he adjusted in that second round, crazy, bro, crazy. Like, shows that, like, you know, Mayweather, like, sort of mentality of being able to make 2, 3, 4 adjustments within the course of a fight. And he did that in two rounds, bro. He made, like, 3 adjustments in 2 rounds. And the ability to make that in real time is what separates the good from the great. And that's why these guys are not only great, but quite honestly, they may be the GOATs, bro. I will say it again. I will put FSK Fadnader, BFAP Trixie, I will put NM Smudger, and of course, aka ACV, up against anybody in the community. And from what I have seen, the body of work is that they are the greatest players to walk the community. They've done it against everybody. There's no like short amount of fights. There's no picking fights for these guys. They take on everybody. Primetime's format is that everybody is welcome. The best will rise to the top. Nobody can get favorable fights. Everybody gets the harder shit every single week that's available. And these guys have done it year after year, week after week. And they put on performances like that. Swaggy. It's fucking beautiful to see, man. The absolute excellence that these guys are able to achieve on a weekly basis.
Yeah, man, and these guys continue to come back because they want that one thing. They want to be that #1 guy in all of primetime MMA. They want the gold, they want the strap, and that's why they continue to come and just batter each other every single weekend.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Well, lads, this has been an incredibly fun event. Clash of Champions, our first exhibition card, our first event of UFC 5, finally at a close. An incredible night of fights. We will be getting the announcements out very, very shortly. There will be some additional content coming by the likes of our YouTube and our TikToks, etc. in terms of performance awards and some highlights around tonight's card. So if you didn't catch it all, don't worry. We have got you covered. Head across to those YouTubes. Make sure to check out J-Dime TV and Dr. Swaggy Kush on Twitch. These guys are 2 of the most prolific streamers in the business period. Guys that I like to tune into on an absolute nightly basis. Some of the best UFC 5 content that you will have the pleasure of seeing. But until the next one, make sure to join us next Saturday for the kickoff of the first Grand Prix of UFC 5. It will be the official start of the season, I believe, for Xbox. And then following week, we will be doing the exact same for the Xbox, for the PlayStation side of things. We love you all. We appreciate the support. UFC 4 was a mad run, but best believe that we are only starting here in UFC 5. So strap in, and we will see you in the next one. Join that raid at the end, guys, and have a great night. Enjoy the fights from the UFC.